Camera, audio. Camera, audio, sync, clapping. 1, 2, 3. It has been 2,309 days since I joined the Army. That's over 6 years. After joining the Army right after high school, I've experienced some of the worst conditions of my life and some of the best. Some were the result of my own choices, others not so much. But through it all, the goal has stayed the same. I went from being a kid who had no direction in life, no idea what he wanted to do, to becoming a homeowner, a college graduate, and a sergeant in the United States Army. You grow up fast in the military because you're forced to. Like many of you, I started out as a high schooler with no clear direction. I just knew I didn't want to be in the same place a year later. I wanted to progress. I wanted to grow. I wanted to travel, constantly challenge myself, make money, become the best version of myself, yada, 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 and meet others along the way. While some of you live your life through me to make the most informed decision about your life when it comes to the military, the truth is, and I want to express this clearly, I don't have all the answers, but if I knew if I didn't do something, I would do nothing, because if you don't look around you, life could pass you. Take your life seriously. The earlier, the better. I was gonna say some cool quote, but I completely butchered it.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Before I share with you guys what's next for myself, what's next for the channel, world domination, and what to expect from the channel, we have grown so much from when I started. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. I want to take the time to kind of look back and talk about what happened to get me to where I'm at before, and that was Fort Drum, New York. After basic training, boys and girls, and AIT, the military does not get easy. You still will be faced with challenges that test your limits to the extreme. And for me, Fort Drum being my first duty station, I spent 3 years there in the field unit. If you guys don't know what my MOS is, it's a 68 Echo dental specialist. Now, I will say Fort Drum made me realize that I could suffer more than what I thought I could suffer, even after basic training when I thought the suffering was over. Fort Drum, being in a infantry division, light infantry division, being with a bunch of combat medics, just being in that environment of just grueling, find a way or make one, that culture just kind of instilled in me that mindset of like, even if it can and will get worse, I will be okay. On the flip side of things, Fort Drum was also when I realized that this ain't it, because JRTC was the turning point in my career where I decided, I literally told my leadership, I'm getting out of the Army because it sucks so goddamn much, and I was like, I'm done with this. This is stupid. Every time we get a setback and we go and fix it, we just get set back even farther. And so in my mind, even though JRTC ended and we were all good, I was figuring out how the heck to get out of here, in the form of either getting out of the military or changing my MOS. And so that's what sparked in my mind to start working towards something bigger than what I currently was working towards. I enrolled in college for real estate. Real estate, you don't need a degree, so I switched to cybersecurity and information insurance. Now pay attention, because that piece is gonna play into the bigger aspect of the video. But on top of that, my YouTube channel, while I was at Fort Drum, started to kick off. I was documenting my life as a grunt in the United States military, sucking, going to these field problems, and also documenting my day-to-day life. That's when my inspiration when it comes to YouTube content creation, one of them, Erica Burney, hit me up. She saw what I did not see in myself at the time, but a bigger story I could tell. And so she invited me out to go speak in front of the recruitment command. I'm not going to go in detail, but she motivated me to keep this YouTube stuff going. I was like, okay, I can't stop this YouTube stuff. I have to keep going. And so Fort Drum lit a fire underneath my ass, honestly, to keep progressing, because if I did not keep progressing, I saw what my life would look like if I didn't keep progressing. Then I get to Korea, a mix between a field and a garrison unit. I realized my impact though. I was making videos in New York United States of America, but there's a Korean soldier, my boy Q, watching me all the way from Korea. I get to Korea and we make this dope video. If you haven't watched it already, watch it. And I realized my impact because at this point I've already talked to my friend in Ukraine, currently fighting for his life in his country, and then I get to Korea and I'm just, holy shit, social media is crazy, and I'm realizing my impact to it. On top of that though, I'm also traveling the world and bringing you guys with me to Thailand, Bali, and I'm also meeting other veterans who've lived my life before, and now they're on bigger and better things, and I'm learning what and how they are living in countries abroad by themselves. And so I realized that, yo, I can do this too. And I traveled the world. I go to Thailand, I go to Japan, I go to Bali, I go to Korea for a year, and I realized that I can do this too. I will be okay if I'm in a foreign land with my language not being the native tongue. I will still be okay. And last but not least though, I became a non-commissioned officer. I became a sergeant, a leader of soldiers. I am in charge now of training and developing the next leaders in the United States Army. And so my mindset was forced to shift into just taking orders, now giving orders. What is the best order? How can I motivate, and how can I make sure that these soldiers are good mentally, physically, and spiritually? Now I'm in Georgia, Fort Stewart. Everything's the same but different. I have way more responsibility. I learned how to become comfortable being alone in my own solitude. I have less time for mistakes. I'm lonelier than ever, and I am extremely busy. So I don't even have friends here, I would say. It's just me and my thoughts. I don't have time. I'm so busy, but yet I feel so comfortable doing what I'm currently doing because I feel so close to a major breakthrough. I'm about to get my college degree. I've reached over 100K net worth, and I'm just focused on inspiring you guys, but also accomplishing my goals because, boys and girls, I still don't know what the hell I want to do with my life, but at the end of the day, I am not where I was a year from now, and I'm still growing, and that's the important thing. Think about all the compounded work that is slowly starting to come to fruition. And I want to make sure that I'm bringing you guys with me, but also at the end of the day, there's only so much time I can make YouTube videos without not being good at my job. You know what I'm saying? I have to make sure my priorities are in order so we can keep this relationship going. I just have to drown out the noise and keep moving forward within that span of time. I've traveled to over 5 different countries and faced a plethora of challenges. Maybe I'm not the best version of myself yet, but if I were to die today, I'd be proud looking back. I've made a bit of money through social media, but more importantly, I've met people who share the same mindset as me, people striving to become the best version of themselves. So you might be wondering what's next for your boy. Well, I re-enlisted for 6 more years, right? But it's not the same MOS. It's something to do with tech because
this is advanced warfare.
We've been getting cooked, boys. We've been getting cooked in the cyberspace, and I would like to throw my hat in the ring, and I would like to see what I can do to help that problem, because at the end of the day, I joined the military because of those various reasons, but I also low-key love this shit. I love the constant challenges, and I can't wait to use the lessons that I've learned in the military to create something fucking huge, awesome. I don't even know, but we're almost at 100,000 subscribers, so stay tuned, subscribe to find out, and keep up with the journey, boys. Peace out.